with a moment with Louie. I got Chutes. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so to start off the interview, can everyone introduce themselves and their role in the band?
Yeah, okay. My name's Sam, I play bass. Yeah, that's me, so.
My name's Renee and I play guitar and I sing in the band.
My name's Ryan, I play guitar.
I'm Parker and I play drums.
So how do you guys start? I know you're new to the band. I know that, you guys started previously without him and then joined recently.
It was initially me and Renee, in 2015 and
Like in the winter, like during the winter of 2015, just hanging out and making music together.
Yeah.
And then he kind of hung out with us for a while and started playing music with us, and then he left and we kind of formed together as Chutes in March of 2016.
One of our friends from kindergarten, Mike, he was our previous bassist. He joined the band as the bassist, and the three of us played a couple shows together. When Ryan moved back to Texas, then he joined as our second guitarist. And, a couple months ago, Mike quit the band, and we found a new bassist in Sam.
Yeah, actually, the first band as Chutes, was at my house. I, was putting on this thing called Gatekeepers Fest during this time last year, I think.
No, it was like June last year.
It was June. Okay, it was June last year. I think it was Gatekeeper Fest, or it might have been another show. But I was having it like yeah, or something like that. But I was hosting a show, and I had them come and play. They were really good. And then I was a part of a different band for like yeah, whatever. Right? I was a part of a different band for a while. 2.5 years, Waldo. We played a couple shows together, and then we're all in college now, so the band is like, we still like prioritize and like we can do shows every now and again and stuff like that, but like we're all like apart and like we want to focus on our school and stuff. So yeah, I've always tried to find ways to be incorporated with music. I do my own stuff, but like I also love being a part of the band and stuff.
Can you guys elaborate on what happened to your last bassist and the reason for him quitting?
It was more just like a thing where like he was going after college, and like he would still be in San Diego, but just really busy because he was also working. I just he wasn't feeling very good because he couldn't make it to all the shows.
It was to the point where we had to get like a sub bass player to like fill in for him all the time. Shout out to Hector probably, love you bud.
Okay, so
and, so like he's pretty much like he had to leave, and so he just didn't like feel good because he didn't really get to play shows that often anymore. So he left, and now we had our sub bass player play for a while, and now we have this beautiful man.
What's up?
Sam.
So inside and outside of music, who inspires you guys?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I told you I was coming with some questions.
So
Parker, go ahead. Yeah.
Parker got this one.
Well, me and Renee, we learned guitar together from my dad. My dad was super into the Beatles, so
that was like our first I have a chord book that I bought that's literally like beating the hell because of it's just I use it so much, and it's like a Beatles chord book, and that's like all I learned. It's all Beatles songs.
So you know how to play like some of the like Yellow Submarine and stuff like that?
Yeah. Actually, I'm not a big fan of Yellow Submarine.
Okay.
But yeah, like it's like you learn pretty much every song they did. Anything besides the covers they did. Yeah.
And then further, the band The Shins. Our name actually comes from their second album, Chutes Tinera. And as we were thinking of band names, and
we had some pretty terrible ones before.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say those ever again though.
Okay.
But yeah, when we came around to that one, it was because I was listening to that album and I saw that name, and so that's kind of what we stuck with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a bunch of theories over your guys' name. I don't know what I'm saying.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd like to hear that. I want to question you.
Oh,
what were those theories?
Well, let's get through this, and then you can ask me that.
For sure. Oh, all right.
So, how about your inspiration?
I guess the Beatles and like a lot of local music.
So who local specific?
Like my friends, he has this project Blush. It's really good. His new album's coming out. And then also another friend of mine, Lady Court. She does really good music. Also, Bad Kids, The Shadow, and stuff. But bigger bands, Joy
how about you?
Me? A lot of local bands. When I was just kind of starting to get involved with Waldo, I like for around a year before that, I would just go to a ton of fake tight shows with me and my friend Nick, and we'd always just go. We'd always try to find the best local show we could go to, or like the closest one we could go to, and we would always go. So I got introduced to like the San Diego local scene just by like finding out that there's all these different shows going on all the time. Every weekend there's always a house party. There's always like a new venue opening up, or there's like.
I always try telling people San Diego is one of the biggest small cities.
Right. Yeah. That's definitely true. And so I definitely at first when I started playing music together with bands and stuff, it was definitely the local bands that got me interested. I could name a ton of them, but like at the end of the day, it was really just all of them because all of them were so different. I mean, I could look and like point like down here. There's like a surf rock scene, and then up in North Park there's like an indie scene, and then there's all these different scenes.
Which do you prefer, the indie scene or the?
Oh, I don't prefer any of them. I love all of them. All of them like always come up with new ideas. They always come up with new ideas, and I can't just like pick one and be like, oh, that's my favorite. Like they're all really.
It's like when I tell people to pick top 5, it's like
exactly. But as far as like bigger names,
who is it, huh?
This is a tough question. Probably just the people that I've been listening to since I got here. I've always been in the Tysigal. That's never gonna change. And then recently I've started getting into Dave Brubeck again. A little bit of the Beatles here and there. I haven't been able to be so much of an endeavor towards their music. Tysigal, Dave Brubeck right now. That's about it really. In terms of like inspiration wise, and I've just been trying to find different stuff for me to record at home with like different rhythms and stuff, because I've always been a fan of like really abstract time signatures. My friend Lucas got me into really, really different times because when we were in Waldo, we were always like experimenting with just like whatever we could really come up with. So yeah, he showed me like all the different varieties of like you can do this stuff and stuff, and it was really cool. So yeah.
So onto your question, when I was thinking about some of the ways you guys got your name, like I said, Chutes and Ladders, I was thinking, and then I don't know if you guys are huge on Sublime. I love Sublime. So April 29th, he said, shoot 'em up, shoot 'em. I don't know. It was just a repetition of that. So I just thought of that off tops. So I was thinking some of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then, have you been on tour yet? I know you guys have a show tonight. Check them out. You feel me? This is gonna be uploaded after, but you know.
But you should be there.
Yeah, you should be there.
Yeah,
you should be there.
As far as I know, you guys haven't gone on tour yet.
No, we have not.
Yeah,
we haven't done a tour yet. We would like to, like in the springtime or
summer next year.
That'd be very fun.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Try going on a spring break over there.
That'd be really cool. I think just spending time. I mean.
Going out to different cities.
Going out to different cities is what it's really about. I mean,
that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, I could like play a show for like 2 people, but like if I was in a completely different city, I'd be totally worth it.
So what city ideally would you guys want to play?
Oh man, I don't want to play up the coast, all the way up to Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Let's go up to Canada.
Oh, up to Canada? That'd be really cool.
Might as well, right?
Yeah, dude,
it would be cool to play like a show in Vancouver and like come all the way down the coast.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Didn't you ever go there? That's where they went to.
Knock on wood, that is gonna happen. You feel me? And then, so you guys haven't been on tour yet. Do you guys have a performance that you guys favor, or that you guys look back on and it's like, yo, we killed that one like that?
I'm gonna say we played at Soma. That's how I was like. When we played at Soma, that was like really good.
It seems like every couple of shows, like we have one that tops like our previous, and it just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple times where we'll have something like I kicked my bass drum in the first song.
Before we move on, could you go on to that story, because that was a really
interesting. Parker here.
Yeah. Yeah. We were playing the release show for this band Deep Yogurt CP.
We love you, Deep Yogurt.
And our set starts, and we start playing our first song, and probably about like a minute through, it's probably like a 4.5 minute song. Minute through, I just kicked my bass drum, and I didn't even realize that first until like I looked down and noticed that like my foot wasn't rebounding the same way that it normally does when I hit the kick drum pedal, and the mallet was just stuck in the bass drum, and so we ended up finishing the song with no bass drum, and it sounds like super whack. And like in between that song and the next song, I'm just like, yo, can we borrow someone else's bass drum? And homie from 4th and Cedar hooked us up, and we finished the set.
Yeah. At least you got to finish the set though. You
yeah. But then we had to play another show that night. Oh, that was stressful.
Yeah, I didn't have my bass amp because we brought one car, and not everything could fit, so I didn't bring it. So we got there and we were gonna use somebody else's, but they were late or something.
They showed up like right when we were about to start.
Oh yeah.
And we had to borrow the bands before us, like stuff. But it was so stressful because we were trying to find a bass drum because his was broken, and then find a bass amp too, because that's broken too.
Yeah.
That's broken too. That's like the one that we always use, and it just hasn't been working lately.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty stressful lately, like trying to get shows, like play shows.
Yeah.
Just gotta keep pushing through though.
Yeah,
you feel me?
just gotta
Gotta take it day by day. So I know. Okay, so coming from the previous band, is there any? So would you say that their favorite performance was also one of your favorite performances? Or would you have to date back to?
Funny thing about this show that they were talking about. Right after they were done playing, they came to In-N-Out, which is actually where I work.
Okay.
The one right next to Soma, and I was just about to get off my shift, and I was talking to them about it. Mike was there too, and you guys had a couple of your friends there.
Yeah.
And then I was just hosting tables and just playing and stuff like that. And then I go up to them, and it's these guys. I'm like, oh shit! Like I haven't seen you guys in a minute. And then they're like, oh yeah, we just played Soma. I'm like, that's sick. Like so, that was a funny instance. But probably one of my favorite shows I played with my band is when we played Gatekeepers Fest 2.
Dude, that looked so big.
That was a lot of fun just because me and Francisco, synth player and singer in the band, we spent a lot of time putting it together, and when it came together, oh my god, it was so good. It was a lot of fun. So that was probably one of my favorite shows.
I'm gonna need an invite to the next one y'all do. Like,
oh, yeah, for sure.
I wanted to go to that so bad, but I didn't think I'd have like a ride out there or something like that. You look like from like the Snapchat and Instagram stories, it looks pretty wild.
Yeah.
But as far as like what they're doing, we're all just in college, and like we're all trying to figure out like what we're trying to do. Like I've already changed my major twice.
Yeah, I feel you.
So like, you know, we're all trying to figure it out, and so like, I'm like never gonna stop playing music. Like that'd be ridiculous. I have a hearing loss, and I'm still not gonna stop playing music. So like, yeah, that's kind of like where I'm standing. Like I'm studying a little bit of music right now in college, but I'm switching my major up to English, and then I'm trying to go to law school.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I'm always trying to make sure I'm a part of something, and these guys are sick. So yeah.
Okay, so how's it feel to be brand new to the band and join basically like a week ago, and having to play a show tonight?
It's fun, and honestly, like I absolutely love every part of it. I don't like anything not about it. That's like a dumb negative. I like there's nothing I don't like about it. There you go. Yeah, it's just a new experience and stuff like that. So
that's dope. So for like we usually do, a little popcorn segment. This is just questions that I thought of, a little bit serious, a little bit funny. It's gonna be here and there. So the best memory together so far. I know you guys probably got a different memory, a different best memory than different best memory.
No, go
for it.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm trying to think of one.
Are we talking about musically, or are we talking about just in life?
Yeah, because I see you guys are real close, you know what I mean? Like, since I met y'all talking nonstop, you know what I mean? Like, that's love, you feel me?
Yeah. Okay, so it's like, together, like memories together.
We're singing cars on the car.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
That was fun. That was fun the other day.
Yeah, we pretty much all carpool the shows. We have like one car and we fit everything in it.
We Tetris it.
Yeah,
that's fun. It's fun.
Yeah,
so it's four dudes and like all of our gear in a car. And
my legs were literally like this in the car the other day, like this.
Yeah, super cramped.
Super cramped for like a 20-minute car ride, like 20-30-minute car ride.
Yeah, when Parker said, yeah, we're gonna put everything in one car, I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. Like,
that's just always how we had to do it, because like I was the only person who had a license for the longest time.
Yeah.
So the only way we could get our stuff 2 shows was if I drove it everywhere, so just got used to that.
Yeah, but now it still happens.
You gotta do what you gotta make do with what you got.
Yeah, and we have a lot of good times, like just listening to music and hanging out in the car, driving to and from shows.
Probably the funnest part was like probably last weekend when we were all hanging out, and then Ryan left. But you were messing with the synth you got, and then you patched the Stranger Things into it. That was really cool. Yeah, I've always been a fucking huge fan of synths.
Yeah.
So like when you rolled up and it was like, oh, I bought this, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, like.
Yeah.
It's super sick.
I don't have it right now, but it's like a 1983 like Roland polyphonic synthesizer. That scored off Craigslist for pretty much a steal.
That's how it gotta be.
I'm about to say like I can't pinpoint like the best memory that we've had together, but I for sure like the trips to and from shows for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's
I believe it coming back. It's like, oh yeah, we just did that. We're coming back.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's pretty much it. Like we're on the show way over there. We're just trying to get excited, and like we put some music on. We just like and head all the way over there, and just we get some food. We try to hype ourselves up for it, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
I feel. So, take me through the process. When you're coming up with some of the lyrics, or you're coming up with, okay, I'm gonna throw this riff in there, or I'm gonna. How's that all come together? You guys. What's the first step?
We usually like to all work together on this kind of stuff, and like, let's say Ryan will come up with a lead or something, then I'll throw I try to find like a rhythm to play for it. Parker will figure out like a drum beat. You figure out a bass part. We like it all depends. Like somebody will start with something first.
Right. Yeah. Someone will come and be like, oh, I have this idea, and then we'll try it out, and we'll be like, we'll weed out like the parts that like this doesn't work, this really works. Yeah. Kind of like a democratic process. Like we like start off with this riff and then like, oh, this is cool.
Or democracy.
I love seeing that though. I hate seeing one person just we're gonna do this and just drag everyone along. You know what I mean? Yeah. I could really feel like how close you guys are together and how you guys really come together as a group.
Yeah, and it's cool like trying to like. It's cool being able to like come with an idea and be like, yo, I think this is really cool, and then be like, alright, let's do it, and then it just comes together really nice. It's super sick. So.
Yeah. And even if songs don't get like developed too much further, like we usually always jam them, and eventually they'll get thrown into something.
Yeah, they'll finally get worked out. Like we can go on a song for like months without even actually having lyrics or having like a full structure, and then finally like finishing it like after months of just playing it around.
Yeah, it's cool like having like the songs we do like all the time that are integrated like heavily into our set, and then there's songs that just like the throwaways like jams and stuff.
Yeah, it's like if it hit or miss type thing.
Yeah.
So what's a normal week? Take me through your Monday through Sunday for the most part as the group.
I mean most of the time we're like completely apart during the week. I live on campus at UCSD, and I'm not allowed to have a car on campus, so it's kind of hard to make it back down to IB. Sam's up in Point Loma, so he doesn't really...
I'm going to Mesa College, so like I'm back and forth all the time, plus I work, so like the only times I kind of have free are the weekends. So like at this rate, I think it's like right now since I've been apart with the band, we've had a show every weekend, and like I think ideally we could do that every weekend, possibly.
So talk to me about some of the practices
well, when we're not in school and stuff, but when we're not in school, we usually do like once or twice a week, like usually one on the weekday and then one on the weekend.
Yeah, or like one of us, like we can't make it, we'll just come down and like do something like him and I.
Yeah, like him and I practiced just together, like when he first joined, like because he was like UCSD. Yeah. So it'd just be me and him practicing, and then we'd practice all together the day before the show, or the day of the show.
It's basically just like a process to like make sure we like priorities in terms of schooling and stuff. Yeah. Because like we're all in school, so like.
I feel you. I'm in school also. It's hard, especially people don't realize the process. You got school, you got work. Yeah. And especially you guys being in the band, that's gonna take up your night. And
exactly.
It's like now I can't study at night. And, but you're doing when you do something you love. You know what I mean. You don't need a vacation.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is my vacation.
It's my break away from everything else.
Right.
Usually we'll have like a show or two on Friday and Saturday, and we'll just practice our set a couple times before playing the show.
Yeah.
What's a goal of you guys?
I'd like to take this as far as we can go with it. You know,
that'd be cool. Yeah.
I don't know, like you know, it'd be just, I don't know, I just think it's cool, like, if we ever got to, like, tour and actually do, like, a really big tour and things like that, like, yeah, but I'm just really trying to see how far we can go with this. Like, I'd like, you know, to get signed and things like that, you know?
I'm trying to produce the next album. That'd be a lot of fun. That's definitely a priority to me, just because now, since we're in school and stuff, and I'm part-time a little bit studying music, I'd like to get a minor in music. That'd be cool. But right now I'm like part-time studying it, so like I have like the resources to be like, let's record like stuff like that. So I'm trying to weed it out, but yeah. So it's a process. It's getting there.
You spoke on the album. Can when can I get
shit? No shit.
No rush.
At the moment, like.
No, I feel bad because we've been like teasing like recording an album
for a while.
For a while, and
just like
it's always been difficult to try to find like
the
time to actually record. Even though I have like a nice setup here, it's just hard to find like an entire day where I can do this, or like a day where I'm free during the day, and like not busy at night, just because surrounded by a bunch of neighbors and a bunch of kids who gotta wake up early and go to bed early. So can't stay up all night recording.
But I know for sure we're gonna be recording next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Ideally, how many songs would you guys like to have?
Well, right now I think we're pretty much recording everything that we've had for demos and stuff like that. Like we have an EP out already from like a year ago, and we're gonna pretty much be recording everything that we have not really like recorded yet. Like all those songs, and we got a few we're gonna add to that we don't play for shows. Yeah.
And then, so are you guys religious or are you guys any?
Chilling? I'm chilling. Yeah, I guess I'm chilling.
I'm not too religious. I'm a Catholic, but I'm not like a practiced Catholic or anything like that, you know.
Agnostic, kind of.
Yeah, I feel you. I claim Christian, but I'm not too much on.
Like
let's go to church every
like practicing it.
So, what? Hold on. Do you guys have a favorite meme?
Fuck.
Okay.
This where it really
this is like fuck, which was I liked one the other day. That was like just look it up.
There's like the aux cord memes, which are kind of relatable because like
like the ones with the porn stars on them.
No.
like
it's like don't play something trash and then like.
I'm thinking of the ones where they have like the porn stars on and then they do like.
Oh yeah, it's like.
Yeah. And they have like they just have like text going on to like a pair like the. I'm trying to think of them right now.
Like when you stub your toe and then.
Yeah, just like those ones. Those ones have been pretty good lately.
Mine are probably definitely for a while, just because I think they're so stupid. Are the bass boosted memes? Just like fucking.
Oh yeah.
It'll be like something like completely non-context, something like ridiculous. It'll be like a fucking what is it? It'll be like a Febreze commercial, but it'll just be like fucking like really loud. This is so funny. Those are probably my favorite.
What's your favorite?
Yeah, speaking too much, but.
I love them all. All memes are great.
Okay, can you guys give me Can you guys give me a little slice of your guys' past, like your guys' upbringing?
Shit. All right, shit.
I'll go first, I guess. I lived here in Imperial Beach my entire life, and went to school here. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing too tragic, you know. Not much of a. I've had a pretty normal, like, okay life, you know. Nothing like crazy ever happened to me, which I'm really happy for. That's very fortunate, you know. That's really great. I'm loving it.
I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same thing. I lived in IP my whole life. I went here for most of elementary school, but I ended up going to middle school and high school in Point Loma in downtown. And that's kind of how I ended up meeting Sam and some other people in the scene. Lucas, who was in Sam's other band, I was really good friends with him, and so he kind of introduced me more to a lot of music, and then my dad taught me and Renee a bunch of guitar.
So also onto that person. So you got finished up high school. You went to Mar Vista,
Mar Vista High,
and then you went to
Tech High Media Arts.
Oh, okay.
I went to San Isidro.
Okay, run me a little bit about.
So it's pretty much the same, like a good privileged life, and I live in San Isidro.
You seem kind of quiet. What brought you towards music?
Music? I didn't really think about it, and then one day like I heard his cousins like EP in the house.
Yeah.
And then I was like didn't know you could do that. So then he showed me how to play bass.
Yeah.
That's Fake Tides.
Yeah.
Street.
The Sal from Fake Tides is my cousin.
Was that 2014 or 2015? I feel like that was
November 2014.
November 2014. Wow. Okay.
You got good memory.
That was really good. I didn't even like.
Official fan.
I grew up in Michigan.
Okay.
I lived there for 12 years. Right here. Shout out Mount Pleasant. Yeah, Mount Pleasant. Yeah, right here in the middle. Yeah, Michigan shaped like a mid. Yeah. Yeah, all my.
I don't know about Michigan.
I don't know if my sister Madeleine has it, but I know my sister Chloe has it. But right here she has like a tattoo of a dot on her hand to tell like where she's from. That's not where Mount Pleasant is. This is like Detroit, like so it doesn't really work. But
That's cool. That's cool.
That's
how you.
So like, would that mean like? So it's your entire United States is your hand, yeah? Like you're
low key, it's just the state of Michigan though.
Wait,
Yeah. So like Michigan is shaped like a mitten, right?
Okay.
And then like Detroit's right here.
Oh, and then here's the lake and all that.
Yeah. And so like here's the other states and stuff. But, like we're just focusing on your hand. So like if someone like asks where you're from Michigan, you go like this and you point where it is because it's just
right here.
Yeah, no, up here. No, but she had it in the wrong place. Yeah. And then when she got it, I was like, what the fuck, like. I grew up in Michigan though for 12 years. I started playing music when I was 6. Picked up piano, and then when I was 8, saw Guitar Hero, and I'm like, I want to be like Slash, and I started playing guitar.
Shout out Slash.
For real though. So at 9, I started playing classical guitar. Yeah, that was interesting. That was pretty interesting. Alright. So yeah, I grew up in Michigan for 12 years, and I moved to Santa Rosa, and then I didn't start getting involved in music then in San Diego when I moved to start high school until I was 15 with Glenn Fisher. Glenn Fisher taught me bass, and then he kind of taught me show etiquette in terms of like, cause beforehand when I was living in Santa Rosa I did like one show. That was it.
What is show etiquette?
Show etiquette meaning just like how to perform, how to do everything. At first I was like nervous, so I was like the first time I was like I don't want to be here, like very scared.
My legs used to shake. My left leg would shake all the time. It would be like that while I'm playing. It was terrible.
So he showed me how to like really, this is how to be yourself. And then from there he was kind of my mentor in terms of general music. In terms of like 6 times already. In terms of just how to play the bass. And then I didn't really branch off to play anything else for a little bit until I was 17. At 17, I'd already been a part of Waldorf for around a year and a half, but then I picked up the trumpet. So by this time I had been playing piano, guitar, bass, trumpet, and then I started doing a little bit of keyboard stuff.
Me too.
I've been with Waldorf for 2.5 years in total. And then we recently finished up our last album right before we all went to college. We were trying to like bust it out because like we're all leaving and we knew we wouldn't have time to do anything else. So we're just like, alright, let's go. So like we finished it, and then I left with a bunch of music knowledge. Over the last couple of years of high school, I started getting more involved with music. I worked at a studio, Magnetron Studios down in Kearney Mesa. I interned there as a video editor actually. I interned there as a video editor, and then I slowly started to get recognition in terms of like my videos and stuff. And they're like, "Do you want to like come into the studio every once in a while?" And then once I started doing that, like just stepping in on sessions and everything, I looked at like the producers and musicians. I'm like, "This is fucking sick as shit! Like I want to do this." So before I started working at In-N-Out, for around a year and a half, I was working at the studio, paid position for an assistant studio manager, and I would take bands out, record them. I would produce for them. I would just kind of like sit them down and listen to their sound and be like, all right, this is great. Let's work out the kinks a little bit and, you know, let's get you recorded. I would book shows for the agency because as well as the studio, they were also a booking agency. Yeah, they were a booking agency for like tribute bands and stuff. So like any tribute band you've heard of, like they were a part of. Yeah, it was really sick. So like I got to hear like all these like really great musicians and playing like all these old classic songs. I think one of my favorite sessions I sat in was definitely a long session. It was like 6 hours. But we were doing, yeah, it was a really long session because it was a video shoot, an interview, and was it? I think it might have been at some point. It was a video shoot, an interview, and we were producing music for them as well. So it was just a day thing. But it was Katy Perry.
Yeah. Man, you gotta work with her.
She was a great singer though. That was a really cool session. Like the tribute band. Wait.
I don't mean to cut you off, but it's just like you. So you got.
No, the tribute band artist for Katy Perry.
Oh, okay. I thought you were in like. Okay.
No.
I was like, wait a second. You
just skip past that.
I'm like, we're just gonna ignore that.
Basically,
we're just gonna ignore that.
Basically, the studio would take artists and they were tribute band artists, but they would be for basically anybody. Like I remember there was at least 7 for Taylor Swift, and after Prince died, there was like.
With my hair down, Prince lives through me. And then I don't mean to cut you off, but so when can I see you start making videos for your own group and start recording?
I've always wanted to make music videos. I don't know when we're gonna do that, just because
we have to find the time for that.
We'd have to find the time for it, and I think we'd have to get the songs recorded first. Humbly speaking.
Yeah, we gotta record the songs, figure out which ones we would like to do music videos for. It'd be cool to have Sam do a couple, and then I also have my friend Carson. He's come to a couple of our shows and he's doing a lot of video editing, and so he's always been interested in doing a video for us too. So
that'd be dope. Yeah. So what's your perspective on drugs and stuff of that nature?
I love being sober. I honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Being sober is great.
Drugs are bad.
Okay, love your mom, love your dad.
Drugs are bad.
Stay in school.
Stay in school.
Honestly, stay in school. Get a fucking education.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get a job too.
Get a job.
Being broke sucks.
Being broke definitely sucks.
You gotta tell me twice.
Yeah, get a job. Stay in school. You know, if you're gonna do drugs, do them safely. Don't be a fucking idiot.
You know what I hate though? It sucks being broke at the first of the month. It's like at the end of the month, it's like okay, but it's like it's the first. Now it's the third. It's like it's the 10th and I'm still broke. I can't keep it. So you guys believe in aliens?
Bro, honestly,
there has to be aliens.
They're out there.
If we're the only thing in this universe, like
I think
come on now, you know what I mean?
Real shit. I think some jazz musicians were aliens. There's just fucking no way that Ornette Coleman or fucking Thelonious Monk was a fucking real person. Oh my god.
And you know what? I support the dude from Blink-182. Was it Tom? That's making the shots that wants to find a spaceship. Is that the one who's trying to make a spaceship right now?
Okay.
I think
about that.
I saw something about it the other day, like on YouTube. Like the original singer for Blink-182 is trying to like fund to make a spaceship. And honestly, I support that. That dude.
Man, if we could talk to something that's out of this world, I would.
No, I think we already are.
I think
they're here already.
I think we've come in contact with them, and the government's just been like, "Yo, no one should fucking know about that. Let's shut it up."
Yeah, like.
Well, there's a theory I heard.
Documents.
Yeah, there's a theory I heard that all the smartest people from like way back, like
oh
Egyptian
yeah,
time, they make contact with them first, and they helped establish
civilization,
society. They're like they help us out, and then they're like, all right, do what you gotta do. And they're gonna check on us eventually.
You guys have the same attitude towards ghosts and like.
Definitely.
I don't know. I could never just believe like, oh yeah, that was a ghost. I'll be like, that's the wind, if anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
I definitely.
It's like I'm super sick. Like I'll knock on wood every now and then. But it's. I don't know. Like a ghost. I don't think ghosts are just
possible.
I've never had an experience that.
Yeah, I've never had an experience.
I've had friends that experiences, but I've never myself.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's like. Yeah. It's like my own type thing. If I were to be like, if the dude was whispering in my ear, I'd be like, okay, yeah, this definitely somebody. This ain't just me tripping.
Isn't like this fool's house right here.
You can't be home alone.
Fucking scares me. His house is so scary at night. Like if it's just no lights in there, you wouldn't want to move. He has like one of those fucking clocks, like those tall clocks that
Like a grandfather clock?
It's a grandfather clock,
Yeah.
right in the stairway, like on a wood stairs.
Why?
Why you gotta do that to yourself?
Why you play yourself like that? And then what? Hector's house is creepy as hell at night too. Our sub bass player's house.
Yeah.
Oh, his house.
He's hosting the show tonight.
He's hosting
It's
the
a
show
Halloween
tonight?
themed show.
Oh, I'm about to get spooked.
Yeah, his house is spooky. Like have you seen like the Paranormal Activity movies?
Yeah.
His house is like one of those houses, and he has like that even weird upstairs where it goes upstairs and you see downstairs still, like you see all the downstairs.
I hate that.
I stayed the night up there. Like I stayed the night over there a couple times, and I don't want to leave the room at night. I'm just sleeping.
This is my corner.
Yeah. This is where I'm staying.
Yeah. Do you guys know the definition of shoots?
Oh shit, guys.
Yeah.
Does it mean it's going down? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a trash shoot.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just, I think it's supposed to mean that we're just gonna
It's
go
like a
fucking down from here on out.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's supposed to mean.
So what does your brand name really mean? We're fucking trash.
It means a steep descent.
Yeah.
So like, when you got a trash shoot, it
No
just
popularity.
Really hyping me up for the show right now.
Like a laundry chute. Yeah,
Okay.
now that I'm thinking about it, I definitely knew what shoot meant until just a minute ago.
Yeah.
Okay, can you guys explain the apart feels like home? The title?
Oh, that's all you.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh boy. Oh boy.
He writes pretty much
All our lyrics.
all
yeah.
the lyrics, yeah.
Okay.
For parts and feel like home, okay. So it feels like home. I think I literally gave it that title just because of I say it in the song. I
Okay.
literally gave it that title because I say it in the song. And part
What does that lean towards? With the,
was it lean towards?
yeah.
See, I've never been really good at describing things like that. I like to let people listen to it. and
Open
just-
up to
just-
open for
whatever you think it is,
perspective.
yeah.
I got it.
Whatever you think it is, you know.
So part, right?
Mhm.
He just sings about like negative real feelings.
Yeah.
And then like part is just like getting distant from something. And it's like you can't fight it.
Yeah.
You're just going apart. And it feels like home is when you're like just really comfortable with something. You know?
Yeah. Is
Like it just
you're so used to being apart from them, it feels like that's normal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's mom. If people take one thing away from this interview, what would you like them to take away?
Fucking come see our shows.
We're not that weird. We're not that weird.
Talk to us at shows.
Talk to us at shows, yeah. We
Keep it real
got,
though. Before this whole interview, we get introduced to each other. This is a great vibe. You come up, see him at shows, see him, talk to him, talk it up on Instagram. You know what I mean? You see him, don't be scared.
grab one of those shirts.
You feel me?
Those shirts right there. Those $10, 10 buckaroos, buddy. Right there, and it'll be yours.
I'm rocking one. You feel me? Woo! The truth.